Hi y'all, it's Rachel, and I'm bringing you the devotion this week. I'm looking at John chapter 21, the last chapter of John, and I'll read this story to you because I think it's important to hear the word, not just to read it. After these things, Jesus showed himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias, and he showed himself in this way. Gathered there together were Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two others of his disciples. Simon Peter said to them, "I am going fishing." They said to him, "We will go with you." They went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Just after daybreak, Jesus stood on the beach, but the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, "Children, you have no fish, have you?" They answered him, "No." He said to them, "Cast the net to the right side of the boat, and there you will find some." So they cast it, and now they were not able to haul it in because there was so many fish. That disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on some clothes, for he was naked, and jumped into the sea. But the other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they were not far from the land, only about 100 yards off. When they had gone ashore, they saw a charcoal fire there, with fish on it and bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish that you caught." So Simon Peter went aboard and hauled the net ashore, full of large fish, 153 of them. And though there were so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, "Come and have breakfast." Now none of the disciples dared to ask him, "Who are you?" because they knew it was the Lord. Jesus came and took the bread and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This was now the third time that Jesus appeared to the disciples after he was raised from the dead. So in this story from John 21, it's one of the last times that Jesus appears to the disciples. Well, I think it is the last time in John. And the disciples clearly are like, "Well, what do we do?" And Peter's like, "I don't know, but I'm going fishing. See y'all later." And they're like, "I guess we'll come along too." And at the end of this night of like craziness, they come to the shore and there's Jesus waiting for them. And this story, which is one of my favorites, right now makes me think about all this craziness that we're experiencing collectively. And the fact that like really everything we know is different in the way like it's unraveling the way that we're talking about it in church these few weeks. And so we're kind of rebuilding the way we see everything. And the disciples here were doing the same thing. It's like, do I go back and do the normal thing that I used to do? What do I do? Jesus like taught them and showed them who he was, but he didn't tell them what to do after he was gone. And so there was no instruction book anyway. And so they're like, what do we do? And that's where we are now in this awesome moment with Jesus of, I'm gonna just sit on this shore and have breakfast with you and like just hang out. Like to me that's so special. And it's just part of who Jesus is as a person, is like, I just want to spend time with you. And so how are we spending those moments, finding those little moments of maybe quiet and peace where we can be with Jesus, or those holy moments with our families where for even just a second everything is good, is what I'm thinking of. For me, it's taking some time in the morning and having my coffee and just sitting and being in peace and enjoying the morning slowly now that I can do that. For you, it might be something different. It might be getting out for a walk, or being able to spend some time reading the Bible, or listening to music, or doing any number of things. So that's what I ask you to think about, is where's your moment with Jesus on the shore this week?